to Jackson Ironladies softball here from the campus of Jackson High School. The Jackson Ironladies just moments away from starting the postseason play as they host the Waverly Lady Tigers in a Division IV tournament softball game. And Dan, looks like we got decent weather. And I tell you what, Jackson is the top-seeded team, which is quite an honor. But they did not exactly draw an easy first-round opponent.
Not at all, Pete Wilson. Now, Waverly, we just played not that long ago, April 23rd. It was here at Jackson. The Iron Ladies came away with an 8-5 victory. Little bit deceiving, though, as you said. Jackson up pretty comfortably, 8-2 going in the seventh inning, gave up some runs later on. I don't think felt there was a threat to lose the game, but Waverly is a very good softball team to carry in here a 12-14 record. It's a little bit deceiving. Matter of fact, proof of that, they're coming off their tournament win. The Iron Ladies had the bye. Waverly had to play their way into this game. They defeated a Greenfield team 10-0 in a 5-inning, Mercy Rule type game.
Yes, Coach Brandon Stevens, I talked to him before the game. He agrees that Waverly certainly a very worthy opponent. They saw that game, the coaching staff did, down at Waverly. He says his scouting report is that Waverly, especially a very good hitting team, so you better be ready to score some runs to try to keep up with them. And against Jackson the first time, of course, Serenity Taylor, we know what kind of pitcher she is. She held them down pretty good until the seventh inning when Waverly scored 3 to make it a little bit uncomfortable, but Jackson still survived that game, 8-5. Iron Ladies, Dan, did hit that 20-win milestone with their last regular season win. That was an exciting one, actually. 7-6 over Adina, come from behind win up here on the hill on Monday.
Well, in 20 wins, that's quite a feat. 20-6 on the season, and obviously not near wanting to be done yet. Tournament time. This would be, you would call this a quarterfinal of a district championship.
That's what they call them now. They go right
there's
to the
really
district.
no sectional anymore the way they have this set up, and that's because of the 7 different groups divided up into it, opposed to 4 in the old days. But with the district tournament, this is a quarterfinal type game. A victory tonight. The winner of tonight's move to Logan, Ohio, and play at 4 o'clock on Monday, and that would be a semifinal. That'll be a doubleheader, be 2 games, and then the 2 winners of those 2 teams will play for a district championship. So it's exciting. And Jackson lost that first game over at Logan last year. I know that's in the back of their coaching staff, and so many of these young ladies were a part of that team last year that they certainly want to make a run, but before you can get to Logan, you got to find a way to defeat these Lady Tigers.
Dan, I also remember, I wished I had time to research it so I could pin this down, but it was either 2 years ago or 3 years ago, Jackson had a pretty decent team. They were the higher seeded team than Waverly. Waverly came here about their very best players, Maddie Wright.
Would you call her the best catcher we've seen this year? Best catcher maybe in all of Southeast Ohio.
One of the best.
Division I recruit, going to head to Youngstown State. Devastated, strep throat, got her yesterday. She is mending. Chance, we were talking with her grandmother. She could be here tonight, but she cannot play. And so not able to play. The Iron Ladies have remained a lineup because Maddie Wright has been such a stalwart as a catcher and one of the best we'll ever term from back there, besides the fact that she hits, and this is her kind of year this year. Maddie Wright is batting .420 on the season. 31 runs, 34 hits, 30 RBIs, 8 home runs, and the ability to be probably the best fielding catcher in all the Southeastern District. It is a loss for our Iron Ladies tonight, but this is a deep roster, and they're going to move some people around, and Izzy Swisher's going to take on the job of being a catcher, and we know what a great softball player she is, so I don't think we'll lose that much. Izzy will do a great job back there. It's just nobody fills Maddie Wright's shoes.
No, that's exactly right. They aren't. That's every outstanding team that wants to move on has to be ready to overcome some adversity. And so this is a test for sure. As you said, the prowess of a Maddie Wright and not having her in the lineup, just kind of a chain reaction all along because you don't have her defensively or offensively. The shifts as far as the defense is, of course, Dan mentioned Izzy Swisher, a very good second baseman, moving to catcher. And I am told that she has caught a lot in the summer and in travel ball, so it's not foreign to her. Probably not foreign working with the pitcher, Serenity Taylor, either, although she's not the regular catcher. Brenly Smalley, who has played out there in left field, the sophomore, she moves to the infield to play second base in the place of Izzy. And then Allie Ferris comes off the bench to play out in left field where Brenly was. And as far as the batting order goes, that's going to be changed a little bit. Maddie Wright normally hits in the second spot. KJ Worsham, who normally bats in the fourth spot, moves up to the second spot. And Lexi Perry, who normally hits a little lower in the lineup, 5 or 6, moves into the cleanup spot. And Brenly, who has had some big hits lately, moves up all the way from the bottom of the order. 7, 8, or 9 is usually where she hits. She's hitting number 5. So a lot of changes. It's one player, but a lot of effects.
Well, a lot of effects, but we've talked about this team, some very gaudy batting averages and ability to hit the ball. But Waverly has that also. But I do think if you have to say there's one difference between us and Waverly, it would probably be Serenity Taylor. We have a senior on the mound, and it's time for her, to step in there and be dominant, and that's what we almost expect out of Serenity, game in and game out.
Well, we're ready to start. They're ready to pitch to the leadoff hitter, Lexi Smith, who is also the pitcher. KJ Worsham gets the slow roller, fields it cleanly, and on the first pitch, we have an out. Here is Hayden Jones, the fielder. The defensive alignment, once again, for the Ironladies. We talked about Serenity Taylor pitching and Izzy Swisher at catcher. You have Lexi Perry at first. That's normal. Brenly Small moves to second. Lily Eberts at short. And KJ Worsham, who is playing in at third base in the outfield. Allie Ferris, Leah Barnett, and Abby Barnett left. Right.
It was nice getting Lexi Smith on a one pitch out, and KJ Worsham did a good job throwing her out. Pete Wilson, she comes into the contest hitting .479 for this year. Also the pitcher, obviously probably their premier player.
And the second pitch is high and outside. 2 balls and no strikes to Hayden Jones, the center fielder. Jackson defense straight away. Worsham in and charging at third base, and there's a little bouncer in front of the plate. Serenity Taylor's got to throw, and she's not going to be able to make a throw. She did pick it up cleanly, and then she decided to hold on to the ball. I don't know whether it got stuck or she just thought she better hold on, but that's a little roller just in front of the pitcher, fielded, but Hayden Jones is going to get an infield single, and Waverly has a runner on base with 1 out.
A swinging infield there. Just barely tapped it, but it just went in the perfect spot toward the first base side of home plate there, and it just was a very tough fielding play.
Ava Robertson, the third baseman, bats next.
She's a .400 hitter this season.
Pitch is outside, ball 1.
I don't think we have any issue as far as an arm by Izzy Swisher. She can throw it, and she is a threat back there. Matter of fact, she kind of stepped right out of her stance and looked down to first base to throw behind the first baseman.
She is an excellent athlete, to be sure. The 1-0 pitch, and that is a hard grounder.
That's
I believe it's fair over the third base bag, and all the runners are going to advance 1 base. Very close on the baseline there, but the umpire was down there to call it. So Ava Robertson with a hard ground ball that got by KJ Worsham because it was right on the line, hit pretty hard. And so Waverly now has 2 runners on base with 1 out.
Hudnall, one of the better hitters. Addie Hudnall coming up to the plate, bats .350 on the season. Pete Wilson, she is their power hitter, not very big in stature. 9 home runs this year.
Oh my, got some power. As you said, that pitch I think is in there for a strike. So Waverly threatening here, right out of the chute here in inning number 1. 2 runners on, 1 out. Next pitch to Hudnall is called strike 2 across the letters. Not sure Hudnall agreed.
Gets ahead in the count.
Dan, the sun is out, partly cloudy, in the 60s. It's pretty comfortable out there, I think.
Pretty nice night.
I don't think we have to worry about any rain.
Nope.
Swing and a miss.
Boy,
Serenity, she took something off that pitch. Got a
big out there to
absolutely.
Get 2 outs.
Cleanup hitter. Here is Whitley Brown, the right fielder, and so a big at-bat early in this game as Waverly trying to score here in the first. 2 runners on, 2 out. Pitch, swing, and a miss. Didn't catch up with that fastball.
Brown with 29 RBIs this season. She has 4 home runs to her credit. Has some power.
And that's a ball hit foul to Lexi Perry. She got over there and fielded it cleanly, but the ball was just about 8 inches foul, so it is strike 2. So Taylor ready to throw the 0-2 pitch here in the top half of inning number 1. And that pitch is hit in the air. I think it's going to be foul. Is it going to be in play? Nope. Falls on the other side of the fence. Good jump over there by Aaliyah Barnett. I got my Barnett's mixed up. No, by Abby Barnett out in right field.
Abby.
Sisters, Abby and Aaliyah. Aaliyah's in center, Abby's in right. Want to correct myself there.
There you go. You got it right.
Count is still 0-2.
Ooh.
Nice pitch on the outside corner. Brown keeps the bat on her shoulder, and it costs her in the inning for the Waverly Tigers. No runs, 2 base hits, no Jackson errors, 2 runners left out there on base. At the end of the first half inning of play, it's the Waverly Lady Tigers 0. The Jackson Ironladies are coming to bat. You're listening and watching Jackson Ironladies softball on the Total Media Sports YouTube channel.
When your vehicle or semi finds itself stuck on the road, call the rescue team at Angles Garage and Wrecker Service, located at 10992 Chillicothe Pike in Jackson. Call Angles Garage and Wrecker Service at 577-3636. Let's hook up.
Step into the charm of Archinettes, located in a beautiful 1800s colonial-style house at 181 East Main Street in Jackson. Open Tuesday through Saturday with 3 daily off-the-menu lunch and dinner specials. Archinettes prides itself in providing you with a fresh and delicious homemade meal each and every time. Archinettes, where history meets great food.
Good people bring good people.
At Buckeye Construction and Restoration, it's the foundation of our projects and our company. VCR offers competitive salaries, professional development opportunities, and an employee referral bonus program. Visit VCRMCO.com to apply. VCR, preserving our history with the hands of craftsmen.
We're back here at the bottom half of the first inning. The Ironladies come to bat. The lineup or the batting order will be, it's shifted around because of Maddie Wright being out with that strep throat. Izzy Swisher is still the leadoff hitter. She's the catcher. KJ Warsham, normally the cleanup hitter, batting second at third base. Roberts will bat third at shortstop. First pitch, swing, and a foul ball by Izzy. She is facing Lexi Smith. Of course, these players know each other pretty well. They played, of course, earlier in the season, as we said, Jackson, an 8-5 win over Waverly.
Izzy, a spectacular sophomore year, batting .340 on the year, 33 runs scored, 30 RBI, 6 home runs.
Pitch is outside, off-speed pitch, 1 ball and 1 strike.
And here's a stat, Pete Wilson, and this is where the Ladies are so effective. She has 21 stolen bases, tied for the lead with Maddie Wright. They each have 21 this year, but the Iron Ladies love to run those bases.
Swing and a miss. Lexi took something off that and had Izzy off balance. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Lexi Smith coming off a shutout victory over Greenfield McLean. Pitch is high and inside for ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Izzy is the Jackson table setter. Has the stats to back her up there. Stolen bases, high batting average. She'll take a walk if she can get one. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Once again, took something off that pitch, it looked like, for out number 1. So good start for the Tigers and pitcher Lexi Smith as they strike out the Jackson leadoff hitter, Izzy Swisher. Here's KJ Warsham, number 9, the third baseman.
KJ batting .382 on the season, 28 RBIs, 3 home runs, has 34 hits for her season.
Right, and I remember we had a game not too long ago where she reached the 100 hit career mark. She is an underclassman, so that's pretty good. She's a junior. fouled at the plate for strike one. I believe, if I'm remembering right, she is already committed or plans to go to Ohio Christian University at Circleville to continue her softball career.
You are right.
Okay. You know,
now, granted, as a junior, things could change, but that would be her goals at this moment.
That's just up the road, of course, at Circleville.
Yep.
The 1-1 pitch. Pitch looked a little high, and KJ takes a swing at it and is able to foul it. Count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Once again, the winner of this game heads up State Route 93 to Logan. If it's Jackson, they're heading up State Route 93, or maybe, I don't know, maybe 32 and 33.
They would take on the winner of the South Point Warren game, which is taking place at this moment right now.
Okay, well, that's always nice to know who's next waiting in the wings.
Yep.
That was a strikeout, a called third strike, and so 2 strikeouts by Lexi Smith to start this game. And here is the very dangerous Lily Eberts.
Has to be one of the highest averages in all the area, batting .500 on the season. An amazing stat. 34 runs scored, 47 hits, far and away the most hits for anybody. 8 home runs on top of that.
She takes the first pitch in there for a strike. Lexi Smith sharp here out of the gate for the Lady Tigers. That pitch is high for ball 1. Foul back, out of play, our way. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Little bit of wind has kicked up there. We noticed that in between innings. Looks like it's blowing a little bit out, but also more so left to right. And that, a line drive that the center fielder got a good jump on. She comes in and takes it about shoulder high. So Lily, that had hit written all over it, but it was right at the center fielder. And so it's a 3 up and 3 down inning for the Ironladies here in the first. No runs, no hits, no errors at the end of 1 inning of play. We're all knotted up at 0. This is Jackson Ironladies softball on the Total Media Sports YouTube channel.
Factory has walls, but there's no ceiling.
Here, my ideas matter.
Join a team where you can use your unique talents to grow both personally and professionally. Apply today at beliciofoods.com/careers. That's BELLISIO foods.com/careers.
Ryan Moore Construction specializes in turnkey construction, room additions, kitchen and bathroom remodels, as well as residential and commercial roofing. They also do silicone and acrylic roof coverings. Call today for a free estimate, 740-418-6140.
Dave's & Son Cleaning Service wants you to know that there is a simple solution to all your cleaning needs. Call Dave's & Son Cleaning Service at 286-4280. No, really, that's the solution. They don't cut corners, they clean them.
Your 401k is likely one of your most important assets. Edward Jones can help you understand how your retirement assets fit into your entire retirement picture. Contact me, Chad Niddle, your Jackson Edward Jones financial advisor, at 740-286-4872.
ERA Martin & Associates is your...
Okay, we go to the top half of the second inning. Neither team scored in the first inning. Waverly had a little bit of a threat, got 2 runners on 2 base hits, but Serenity Taylor struck out 2 Tigers in a row, the 4 and 5 hitters, to erase that threat. And as we go to the second, it will be the 6, 7, and 8 hitters for Waverly, led off by Joe Colley, the left fielder.
Do have just a few stats on Lexi Smith, Pete Wilson, the pitcher. She has pitched 151 innings this year compared to Serenity at 157. She has 147 strikeouts, which is impressive. All 12 wins for Waverly, obviously, to Serenity's 153 strikeouts. So she is a very capable pitcher.
And the pitch to Colley is looked like she maybe was going to bunt and threw the bat back, and it cost her strike 2. The Jackson third baseman and first baseman were charging. And that pitch is hit foul, and I think it's out of play, and it is. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes. Iron Ladies, of course, have already had a tremendous regular season no matter what happens in the postseason. 20-6 record, won the Frontier Athletic Conference title, shared it with Chillicothe, and have already had 20 wins this year. Swing and a miss. Took something off of it, looked like to me, and that's strikeout number 3, and that is her 3rd in a row.
I was going to say 3 in a row for Serenity.
Kylan Huffman, the shortstop, comes up. Taylor's had pretty good control, been around the plate, not having to throw a lot of pitches so far. Nice fastball around the knees, strike 1.
Good looking pitch there. We say it every time we broadcast, but Serenity just a special senior pitcher that seems to get stronger as the game goes on. And
that's another pitch in there for a
yes.
strike. Huffman didn't look like she had any intention of swinging at that pitch. No balls and 2 strikes, 1 out, nobody on. Top of the second, 0-0, Waverly and Jackson. Swing and a miss, that might have been outside, but she's had 2 strikes, and so she can't let that go by. And another strikeout for Serenity, number 4 now. Emma Nesser, who is the designated player, meaning that she is batting only. She is in there for the second baseman, Jersey Osborne, as far as the batting order goes.
Not a high average for the year, but does have 2 triples and 3 doubles, so is capable.
Swing and a miss, strike 1, and Taylor throwing nothing but strikes here in inning number 2. And that pitch is fouled away, out of play, was a little bit behind that.
Boy, one thing Serenity's doing right now with these 4 straight strikeouts, getting ahead of the count.
That's what you want to do. You cut the batter at a disadvantage if they maybe swing at a bad pitch, because you know they got to protect the plate. The strike 2 pitch that's high and outside for ball 1. Maybe trying to get her to do just that there, and Nesser did not swing. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Nesser. Serenity Taylor ready to come home with it. Nice pitch on the outside corner, and she is rung up.
5 straight.
Oh, my, yes. In the inning, no runs, no hits, nobody left on. 3 straight Ks by Serenity in the inning, 5 overall. So in the middle of the second inning, the score remains the Waverly Lady Tigers 0, the Jackson Ironladies 0. You're listening and viewing Jackson Ironladies softball on the Total Media Sports YouTube channel.
ERA Martin & Associates is your local connection to buying and selling real estate. They have a team of great agents ready to help you not only find a property, but actually buy it. There are a lot of steps involved in buying or selling real estate, and it's important to work with an agent you trust to guide you through. ERA Martin & Associates, with offices in Jackson and Wellston, wishing all of our local athletes great success.
A special thanks to Henderson's Western Store for sponsoring our ground camera. Your support helps make all of this possible. Thank you, Henderson's.
Home, it's your sanctuary. It's pajamas at noon and cookies in the oven. It's fingerprints on the wall and heights measured in a doorway. It's the one place in the world that you know better than. Visit VCNB Family.
Okay, we go to the bottom half of the second inning in a scoreless game. Jackson will have the 4, 5, 6 hitters up. Lexi Perry will bat first from the cleanup spot. She is, of course, Jackson's sophomore first baseman.
354 average on the season for Lexi.
Swing and a miss. Pitch might have been a little high. I think the speed of Smith's pitches have Jackson a little bit off stride. She did strike out 2 of the 3 batters in the first inning. That pitch is fouled behind us, or to the side of us, over the screen.
Caught by a fan in the crowd.
Okay, well, it's not a souvenir, not in high school.
No.
The count is no balls and 2 strikes, so Smith has Taylor did, throwing strikes in early in this game. And that pitch is in the air. The right fielder coming in. She's shielding.
The sun.
She battled the sun, but she stayed with it, stuck her glove up there, and that's where the ball ended up for the first out. Brenley Smalley, the second baseman, normally the left fielder.
It's sunny, but it is cloudy enough that gives them a little advantage out there in that tough right field area there.
Well, Brenley was at bat in the 7th inning, Dan, when Adina and Jackson were tied. There was a runner on base, and Brenley Smalley put the ball in play. There was an error, and there's a deep ball into center fielder. Center fielder going back.
Yes!
It's over the fence.
Whoa!
Brenley Smalley raises her arm up in the air in exultation. Hit a fly ball. I thought the park was going to keep it, but man, it kept going and lands on the other side of the fence. And the Jackson Ironladies have taken the lead on a one-out home run by sophomore Brenley Smalley. She's had some big hits to the Ironladies this year, Dan.
No doubt about it. And with that hit, she was batting .368 coming into that, puts her over the .370 mark. It's just gotten better and better as this season has gone. I think that's her first home run for the season. That would probably be a first career home run, but couldn't come at a bigger time, left center field. And it was a no-doubter.
Yeah,
beautiful hit.
It was very good. No help from the wind there. It was hit very well. Just high enough and just far enough. Here is Abby Barnett, the right fielder. She also is a sophomore. This Jackson team does have will lose some key seniors to graduate. A lot of players that have been in the starting lineup that will be back.
Sophomore batting .347 on the season.
Abby showing bunt. Foul ball. Jackson has taken the lead here in the bottom half of the first inning, or the second inning, on a home run by Brenley Smalley. Ball hit on the ground to the shortstop. She's got it cleanly over to first. Out. Nice play.
Fielded cleanly and a good throw over there. Because Abby gets down the base path pretty quickly.
Allie Ferris, the left fielder, comes up. She is the young lady who becomes a starter because of the absence of Maddie Wright. She's not catching, but players moved around defensively, and Allie moves into left field where Brenley Smalley would normally play. Brenley went to second where Izzy Swisher was, and Izzy Swisher went to second to play catcher where Maddie Wright would be if she was well.
Allie, a freshman, batting right around .270 on the season. We've seen her become more and more involved as this year's gone on.
And there's a little
Yes.
Pop fly that the shortstop can't get, lands in front of the left fielder. Allie didn't hit it hard, but she hit it in the right place and far enough that the shortstop, who made a good effort, couldn't quite get there. And Allie Ferris comes through off the bench as a starter with a two-out single here for the Ironladies.
Another freshman.
Addie
Hickey coming up. The youth on this team is amazing. It's a very young softball team. It's had a very, very outstanding season.
Addie Hickey takes a strike in there for the first pitch. Well, in the first inning, 2 strikeouts for Smith, but the Ironladies are putting the bat on the ball in this inning, including a couple hits and that home run by Smalley. And that hits it in the air. The first baseman coming in foul territory, and she drops the ball.
And I think it's fair.
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
Which would be an infield fly rule.
I thought it was foul, but I guess not. Okay. So that goes down as a fielder choice. It was going to be an error, but there was an out recorded there. So Allie Ferris, not her fault, she gets thrown out at second base as there was time to recover and throw down there to get the force out for the third out of the inning. So in the inning, the Ironladies do get 1 run to take. There was 2 base hits, there was no Waverly errors, and there was no runners left on base. So at the end of the second inning of play, it's the Jackson Ironladies leading the Waverly Lady Tigers 1-0. This is Jackson Ironladies softball that you're watching and listening to on the Total Media Sports YouTube channel.
Home, it's your sanctuary. It's pajamas at noon and cookies in the oven. It's fingerprints on the wall and heights measured in a doorway. It's the one place in the world that you know better than Visit vcnbfamily.bank for our construction special. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Need a ride for any occasion? Choose Jackson Transportation, serving Jackson County and beyond with safe, reliable, and affordable service since 1995. Call 740-288-2091 and arrive in style.
When life throws you the unexpected, you need someone who knows the law and knows the community. From personal injury to criminal defense, family law to estate planning, John Clark has the experience you can trust. Call today, 740-286-4200, or visit 221 East Main Street in Jackson.
Every home is part of...
Top of the third inning here in a quarterfinal district championship tournament game. 2 stars in this game so far. One of those is Brinley Smalley with her first career varsity home run to give the Ironladies a 1-0 lead. The other one, Serenity Taylor. No runs in the first 2 innings. Did give up a couple singles, but she has struck out 5 in a row. Pete, help me with this last name you told me.
Jekowitz.
Marley Jekowitz, the catcher.
Yeah, her
I remember her last time we played,
yeah,
but I didn't want to mess up that name too bad.
Right. Well, her grandmother was the Waverly Lady Tigers girls basketball coach when they had a great run of teams. Everybody remembers Coach Hawhey down there. But about the same time, Mary Jekowitz was winning a bunch of basketball games.
Well,
that was in the 70s.
So she has some good DNA there. The catcher, she steps in to face senior Serenity Taylor. First pitch a little low and outside. Sad to say with our seniors tonight, Pete Wilson, this will be their last game on this home field.
That's the way the bracket works, but they did earn this home game
yes,
with their play all year.
There is a half swing. That'll be a called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Iron Ladies with that 1-0 lead.
How neat is it? The Jackson baseball team and the Jackson softball team both top seeded in the district.
Very special. That is a called strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. We've been saying how Serenity getting ahead in the count pretty consistently so far in this contest. There's a swing and a miss. Strikeout number 6 in a row for Serenity. We go back to the top of the order with Lexi Smith coming up. We mentioned the outstanding pitcher, but she also bats at a .479 clip, has 45 hits this year. 3 home runs, very special player for them. We got her out on a 1-pitch ground ball to KJ Washam in the first inning. She's going to be one of those players, Pete Wilson, you always a little bit of a sigh of relief when you get those kind of players out.
Right, I tell you what, you lead off a very good hitter. 7-inning game, they're not going to him up as many times as possible.
Long foul ball, but way foul down the right field line.
Yeah, sometimes we've seen the baseball and softball coaches, the 7 innings instead of 9, you'll see maybe the top hitter maybe in the 1 or 2 spot even.
That pitch a little bit low. 2 balls, 1 strike. Or did I miss a pitch? Is it 1-1? No, 2 balls, 1 strike.
2 and 1. You got it right.
That pitch a little bit high. 3 balls, 1 strike. There is 1 out. Pitcher versus pitcher. Serenity Taylor for the Iron Ladies facing Lexi Smith for the Lady Tigers. That's another foul ball, right side. Way out of play.
Well, I tell you what, I mean, we're only in the 3rd inning, but it doesn't look like there's any problems with the connection between Serenity Taylor and Izzy Swisher behind the plate.
Oh, you just kind of knew Izzy could handle the position. She's such an outstanding player. But this lineup always misses a Maddie Wright. There's going to be a walk to stop the strikeout range. Serenity had struck out 6 in a row, but now with 1 out, Lexi Smith draws a walk. Runner on first. Second batter is Hayden Jones. She had a single. It was a swinging infield single. Just ended up slowly grounding basically in between the catcher and the first baseman. perfect spot that allowed her to get on base. There's only been really one hit off Serenity that was a factor, and that was a shot by the next batter, Ava Robertson, down the third base line. 1 on, 1 out. Left-handed pitcher, and there's a swing and a miss.
Boy, I tell you, I know we're on video, but the first baseman and the third baseman, Worsham and Perry, I mean, they were about halfway to the plate on that one. They were definitely looking for the bunt.
Swinging. The 1 strike, and that's a half swing, so it's a quick 0-2 count on Hayden Jones. .322 hitter on the season, has scored 24 runs. That's a lot of runs for these Waverly Tigers. And there's a ground ball, and it's just out of reach of Lily into left field. That is a base hit, so we have 2 runners on. Runner on first, Lexi Smith.
Well, Lily
only advances to second base, so there's 2 on and 1 out.
Just out of reach of Lily, and I'm guessing that maybe if there wasn't that runner on first, she might have had that one, because she was moving a little bit more towards second base for the force out, and she made a good attempt there, but couldn't quite catch up to that ground ball.
Ava Robertson has the other solid hit in the contest for the Lady Tigers. That was a shot down the third baseline right by KJ Worsham. She comes up now with 2 runners on, only 1 out. Waverly threatening here in the top of the third inning. That's a hard hit ground ball to Lily Ebert. She throws it over to first base, gets the 1 out. The runners do advance. Wasn't hit hard, so she had to hustle, charge that one. Quick throw over to Lexi Perry, and they get the big out. That's 2 outs. Runners on second and third. Brings up Addie Hudnall. Once again, their cleanup hitter, batting at the .350 clip. 9 home runs on the season. Big moment here for Serenity Taylor. That pitch is low and outside. 2 runners in scoring position. Iron Ladies hold the 1-0 lead on the Brindley Smalley home run in the bottom of the second inning. Waverly here in the top of the third making a little noise, and there is a line drive, and it's going to fall for a single. 2 runs are going to score. They do, and Waverly takes the lead. Hudnall hits a nice shot out to center field. She gets 2 RBIs. Lexi Smith scores, Hayden Jones scores, and now Waverly has the 2-1 lead.
Yeah, with 2 outs, you know, the runners on the move, that certainly made a difference there, and Waverly being able to score that go-ahead run.
Whitney Brown called out on strikes in her first time up, comes up to the plate. It's a huge hit in the contest. Waverly now has 4 hits in the game. That's a foul ball back to the screen. Two outs, runner on first. Addie Hudnall with the biggest hit of the contest up to this point. With the 2 RBIs, takes that away from Brindley Smalley, who has the home run to give the Iron Ladies their only run. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. That pitch is high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Quick moving game. We're in the top of the third inning. Waverly has taken a 2-1 lead. There is a foul ball over toward the Waverly dugout. Count stays 1 ball, 2 strikes. Peach, have games like this, there always gets a little stress. I mean, it is winner advance, loser goes home for the season.
No, that does make it a little more exciting and, as you said, a little more stressful for fans and players.
That pitch is a called strike. Serenity pitches out of that little bit of a jam, but not before Waverly gets 2 hits, a walk, a big 2 hits, 2 RBI hit by Addie Hudnall to take the lead. It stands now Waverly 2, Jackson 1. We'll be right back with Jackson Ironladies softball right here on Total Media Sports.
Every home is part of a chapter in your life story. Whether it's your first home, a place in your growing family, or an empty nester cottage, I'm here for you. From my team to yours, go Ironman.
As we honor the spirit of hard work and the American grit that keeps our community strong, Matheny's Hauling and Landscaping is here to help you tackle the tough jobs. When winter hits, count on our fast, dependable snow removal, and don't forget to stop in and look at our wide selection of firewood for sale so your home stays warm all winter long. If you have a storage shed that needs cleaned out, call 740-577-2218 today, and they'll get it done quickly and professionally. This season, choose a locally trusted, veteran-owned and operated team that believes in service, reliability, and pride in every job. Matheny's Hauling and Landscaping, working hard for the red, white, and you.
Start and end your day with McDonald's of Jackson, Wellston, Oak Hill, or MacArthur. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, you're always cooking up something great from your Jackson, Wellston, Oak Hill, or MacArthur McDonald's. And I'm loving it, and you will too.
Are you looking for the perfect?
Bottom of the third inning, Waverly comes up with 2 runs in the top of the third to take a 2-1 lead on our Jackson Ironladies. Aaliyah Barnett at the plate. Oh, and she hits it hard, but foul down the left field line. Great senior season for Aaliyah. Batting .295 on the year, 23 hits, has a home run. 4 doubles. Like to see her 5th right now. Lexi Smith on the mound. There's a swing and a miss. Gets ahead in the count on Aaliyah. No balls, 2 strikes. Ironladies find themselves down for the first time in this contest. It is tournament time. With a win, we'd be on the air from Logan next Monday. There's a foul ball back against the screen. It'd be a district semifinal contest for Jackson and or this Lady Tigers from Waverly. Then the Ironman baseball team will open up tournament play Wednesday night with a home game. We'll bring that one to you. There is a ball hit toward the first baseman. She's able to pick it up. Kind of hit off the end of the bat by Aaliyah, and first baseman able to make that play. One out, that goes up to the top of the order, and Izzy Swisher getting her 2nd plate appearance. Struck out her first time up. Pitch to Izzy is a called strike. Right across the letters, inside part of the plate. Lexi Smith looks to be in control right now, Pete Wilson, except for one pitch. That's the one Brindley Smalley sent over the left center field fence.
Her control's been excellent. Changing speeds out there.
There was a swing and a miss. 0-2 quickly against Izzy. And she pops that one back against the screens. Count stays 0-2. I was thinking Lexi Smith pitched against us that 8-5 victory for Jackson. She pitched pretty well early on, and then the Ironladies got to her. That ball is fouled back against the screen again. Count stays 0-2. Izzy protecting the plate. Boy, there's a shot down the left field line, but it will be foul, and that would have been plenty of distance for Izzy to tie this game up, but foul by about 5 or 6 feet.
Yes, Lexi Smith gave up 8 runs and 7 hits against the Ironladies the first time around. The Ironladies had a big inning in the 4th to get ahead.
That pitch is high and outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. There is 1 out here in the 3rd inning. Sophomore Izzy Swisher at the plate, subbing for Maddie Wright behind the plate. And oh, there's a tough pitch. It catches the inside edge of the plate, and it's going to be a called strike out. 2 outs. KJ Worsham. KJ has home run ability, has 3 on the season, 28 RBIs. That's the 2nd highest total on this team. She faces Lexi Smith, nobody on base, 2 outs. Bottom of the 3rd inning. Breeze picked up Pete Wilson, kind of going from left to right field. There is a ball hit high in the air, and I think the center fielder is going to be able to camp under it. She makes the catch. So after 3 innings of play, it is your Lady Tigers from Waverly 2, our Jackson Ironladies 1. We'll be back with more Iron Lady softball right here on Total Media Sports.
Are you looking for the perfect power sport vehicle? Well, come visit Pony Power Sports of Jackson. We're the same great faces you know and love at the same location and with the best selection in the tri-state area. From motorcycles to ATVs to side-by-sides. Pony Power Sports of Jackson has them all. It's where your adventure begins. Get to the pony.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Trust the local pros at Red Apple Realty. They know Jackson and Ohio like the back of their hand, and they want to make your move smooth, simple, and successful. From first homes to forever homes, farms to fixer-uppers, they have the keys to your next chapter. If it's residential, commercial, or you're looking for land, their agents will search statewide for whatever you need. Call Red Apple Realty today at 740-577-3600 or visit redapplerealtyllc.com. Need furniture, appliances, electronics, mattresses? Jackson's Rent to Own has you covered. No credit checks, flexible payment plans, and fast delivery, so you can enjoy what you want when you want it. From big screen TVs to comfy sofas, brand name washers and dryers, and now a great selection of tires to keep you rolling. We make it easy to own the things you love. Come see us today at Jackson's Rent to Own, 427 East Main Street, where you get more for your money and a smile with every deal.
It's time to rent to own.
At Ryle, we believe your education.
Quickly to the top of the 4th inning. Pete Wilson, you've done a better job than me so far. You gave me a 1-0 lead, but 2 runs in the bottom of the 3rd has given Waverly a 2-1 lead in this contest. Up to the plate is Joe Colley. She struck out in the 1st inning. First pitch was a ball to her. KJ Worsham charging in with each pitch. There's a ball fouled down the baseline. Well out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike. Iron Ladies need to stay close. That pitch is outside by Serenity. 2 balls, 1 strike. First batter here in the top of the 4th inning. A game that is flying by the first 3 innings. There's a pitch that's a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Serenity does have 7 strikeouts in this contest as we open up the 4th. But Waverly has gotten 4 hits in the contest. 2 in that 2-run 3rd inning along with a walk. That pitch is going to be a called strike. That'll be her 8th strikeout. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them on called strikes.
Right, Waverly hitters overall, especially in the bottom part of the order, being selective, hoping to maybe get a walk or just get a really good pitch to hit.
Soft shortstop Kylan Huffman up to the plate. She struck out swinging her first attempt. There is a ball fouled back near us to our right side of things. Waverly dugout having some fun. A lot of noise coming out of that dugout right now. They hold the 2-1 lead. That pitch is a little bit low. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. There's a swing and a miss. Ball, 2 strikes. Boy, these games can move fast, Pete Wilson.
Well, especially when the pitchers are throwing strikes like they are.
And they are. The 1-2, swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Serenity. That time swinging. 9 strikeouts in the contest. Emma
Nesser, I think.
Nesser,
I believe.
That sounds better. She was called out on strikes in her first time up. That pitch a little bit high. 1 ball, no strikes. 2 quick outs here in the top of the 4th inning. Pitch is just a touch low. 2 balls, no strikes. There are 2 outs. She's the designated hitter, Nesser. There is a called strike. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, nobody on. 4th inning, but Waverly holds on to a 2-1 lead on our Iron Ladies. Fouled back against the screen, out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes. "20 wins for this Iron Lady softball team for the 2nd year in a row. Fouled back against the screen. Count stays 2-2. FAC champions have to share it this year with Chillicothe as they split. Each team goes 9-1 within the league. It's been a fun spring of sports, Pete Wilson, following baseball and softball.
Absolutely.
And there's a swing and a miss. 10 strikeouts in the contest. And another opportunity. That's 4 in a row for Serenity. So after 3.5 innings of play, it is the Waverly Tigers 2. The Jackson Ironladies coming to bat. We'll be right back.
Education should be personal, affordable, and full of possibilities. Here, you're part of a community that supports your success in the classroom and beyond. And now, there's even more to be a part of, with new traditions and new energy taking shape.
I want to invite you to see what's possible when you learn at a place where everyone knows your name and cares about your future. At Rio, it's all about you, your goals, your journey, and your success, and we can't wait to be a part of your story.
It's that time of year again. It's football season. Stop in and see us at the Sherwood-Falks Insurance Agency to learn more about Ohio Mutual. We can help you select the right coverage for your needs. Call us today at 740-286-1708 or visit us on the web at SherwoodInsurance.com.
Virgil Hamilton Nationwide Insurance in Jackson offers tailored coverage for auto, home, renters, business, life, and more. Our friendly team makes insurance simple. Get expert advice and local.
Bottom of the 4th inning, Iron Ladies down by a score of 1, but I can't think of a better batter to come up right now than Lily Eberts to try to get something going. She hit the ball on the nose, Pete Wilson, but right at the center fielder her first time up.
Okay, well, she's due for some better luck here.
Yes, she is. Jackson like to get something going here. That pitch is going to be a called strike.
As always, Dan, we want to thank our sponsors that make our baseball and softball video streams possible. Stockroom 601, the John Clark Law Office, Edward Jones, Chad Niddle, Red Apple Realty, the Warranty Title Company, Kelly Wiley Realty, Top Tier Custom.
That pitch is inside.
Also, Apple City Wholesalers, Rent to Own, Angles Garage and Wrecker Service, Virgil Hamilton Insurance, the University of Rio Grande, Charmed Boutique, Arch and Eddie's, Matheny's Small Engine Repair, Dave & Sons Cleaning.
Jackson businesses stepping up as they always do. There is a ball fouled back by Lily
Also, Jackson Transportation, Bellisio Foods, the Seward Folks Insurance Agency, Ohio Valley Bank, Eagle Loans, Keith Mannering Trucking, and Southern Ohio Smiles. How's that for support for our Iron Ladies and Iron Men?
That's spectacular. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Edwards with that 500 average. That pitch is outside. 2-2 the count. Iron Ladies need base runners. Pitch is going to be a little bit low and inside. Working the count. Full count now. 3 balls, 2 strikes. I don't think Smith has been to a full count. I don't hardly remember 3 balls.
Until now.
In this contest, yep. And there is a shot down the left field line, but foul off the concession stand roof. Lily turned on that one nicely. Out ahead of it just a little bit.
Smith's been in control except for the second when Jackson scored the run on the Brindley-Smalley homer.
There is a ball hit up in the air, and it is in play. The third baseman catches it standing literally right on the third base bag and gets Lily Edwards out. And that's a big out if you're a fan of the Waverly Tigers. Lexi Perry coming up. She flied out to right field, her first time up. Lexi in the cleanup spot. There's a swing and a miss on the first pitch. That pitch is high. 1 ball, 1 strike. There is 1 out. Nobody on base for Jackson. Find themselves down bottom of the 4th inning by a score of 2-1. That pitch is high. 2 balls, 1 strike. Is inside. Nope, it's going to be a called strike.
Smith definitely mixing in some off-speed pitches all through this game.
Catching that inside corner a number of times.
Throwing strikes. That's part of it right there.
And there's a foul tip. I think Lexi foul tipped it, but the catcher caught it, so that goes down as a strikeout. 2 quick outs for our Jackson Iron Ladies. Here comes the hitting star of the game so far for the Iron Ladies. That's Brindley-Smalley. Gets her first career varsity home run in the 2nd inning to stake the Iron Ladies to a 1-0 lead. Since then, Tigers have scored twice and have taken over the lead. Smalley, a sophomore, fouls the first pitch back to the screen. Fielding second base tonight. Maddie Wright once again out sick. Outstanding catcher for the Iron Ladies. Izzy Swisher moves to catcher. Brindley comes in from left field to second base. And there's a ball hit in the air. Second baseman looks like she has a plate. Nope, right fielder charges in and kind of scoops that one. It almost found the magic spot there, but instead it is a pop out, and the Iron Ladies are out here in the 4th inning. So after 4 innings of play, Waverly Tigers 2, our Jackson Iron Ladies 1. This is quarterfinal district tournament action here at Jackson High School. We'll be right back in 1 minute.
Virgil Hamilton Nationwide Insurance in Jackson offers tailored coverage for auto, home, renters, business, life, and more. Our friendly team makes insurance simple. Get expert advice and local service you can trust right here in your community.
Are you looking for a reliable title company? Warranty Title Agency is a place you can trust. Whether you're closing on your first home or deed preparation, title exams, and more, Warranty Title Agency has got you covered. Stop by 227 East Main Street, Jackson, or call 740-286-2248.
When your vehicle or semi finds itself stuck on the road, call the rescue team at Angles Garage and Wrecker Service located at 10992 Chillicothe Pike in Jackson. Call Angles Garage and Wrecker Service at 577-3636. Let's hook up.
Step into the charm of Archinetti's, located in a beautiful 1800s colonial-style house at 181 East Main Street in Jackson. Open Tuesday through Saturday with 3 daily off-the-menu lunch and dinner specials. Archinetti's prides itself in providing you with a fresh and delicious homemade meal each and every time. Archinetti's, where history meets great food.
Good people.
We go to the top of the 5th in a quickly moving game in which the Waverly Lady Tigers have a narrow lead, but it is a lead 2-1 over our Ironladies here. The game just a little bit less than an hour old, and we're only in the top of the 5th. Leading off for the Lady Tigers will be Marley Jekowitz, the catcher. She takes a strike. She struck out the first time. Serenity Taylor has 10 strikeouts.
4 in a row.
She's given up 4 hits and 2 runs, had the one inning where Waverly broke through. Addie Hudnall, the cleanup hitter, had a single that drove in 2 runs. Other than that, Serenity's been lights out, but she's down 2-1 right now. Foul to the screen, so Jekowitz down, no balls and 2 strikes. We'll go back up to the top of the order where Waverly's done their damage here after this batter. Lexi Smith has looked excellent out there on the mound for the Lady Tigers, so you want to keep it close and try to do some business against Lexi here in the final 3 innings.
2 outstanding pitchers on the mound.
Swing and a miss. Jekowitz is a strikeout victim and make that 11 Ks now for Serenity.
Another 5 in a row moment. That's the second time in this contest she's had 5 in a row.
And we go back to Lexi Smith at the top of the order. Lexi has scored 1 of the runs to help herself. She walked, came around to score on that Hudnall 2-run single.
Iron men taking on Unioto tonight, baseball-wise. Chris Smalley keeping me informed. He's over here next to my left. Jackson finds themselves down by a score of 5-1, Pete Wilson, but they pick up win number 20 last night with a huge victory, and that is the 6th year in a row that Coach McGraw's baseball teams have won 20 games.
Right, I tell you, real outstanding season, especially, you know, we've talked about many times on the broadcast, a team that really had to prove itself with losing a lot of talented players who graduated and new players having to move into some key positions, particularly at the pitching position. But 20 wins so far, and we're still playing ball. Pitch is a little bit high, so it goes to 2 balls and 1 strike now to Lexi Smith, or 3 balls. 3-1 to Lexi Smith.
Yeah.
She walked. She's the only walk that Serenity's given up, and it hurt us because she scored later. That ball is hit in the air to the right fielder, Barnett. Oh, got it.
Nicely done. Makes that look easy.
That's Aaliyah, or rather Abby Barnett out there in right field. Aaliyah is in center field. They are sisters, sophomore Abby rather, and senior Aaliyah.
Outstanding fielders, both positions.
Hayden Jones is up. She had a single there and scored the go-ahead run on that Hudnall single back in the 3rd, the decisive 3rd. So swing and a miss to Jones. She has actually had 2 hits. She had a hit in the 1st inning, so she's 2 for 2. Waverly with 4 hits overall. She bats from the left side. Pitch is a little low and inside, ball 1. Nice pitch, and it's fouled back to the screen by Jones. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Taylor, once again, dealing strikes so far in the 5th. That's basically what she's done the whole game, except for the 1 walk. Not too many long counts. Didn't miss by much on that one, called ball 1 rather. It is ball 2 on the outside. 2-2 the count to Hayden Jones. 2 out, nobody on in the top of the 5th. Waverly 2, Jackson 1. Quarterfinal Division IV District Softball Tournament game. Pitch a little high, and now we've got a full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Full count coming to Hayden Jones. And I think the pitch might have been a little inside, but she swings and fouls it towards the Jackson dugout, so the count remains 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Interesting, Pete Wilson, Waverly's lineup, their top 4 hitters, they have all 4 hits in the contest, have scored both the runs. Their bottom 5 hitters have all struck out every time.
And Jones takes strike 3 on the outside corner. Another strikeout, number 12 for Serenity. She's cooking in that department. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. 2 of the 3 outs on strikeouts, giving Serenity 12 for the game. Middle half the 5th. On the channel.
Good people bring good people.
At Buckeye Construction and Restoration, it's the foundation of our projects and our company. VCR offers competitive salaries, professional development opportunities, and an employee referral bonus program. Visit VCRMCO.com to apply. VCR, preserving our history with the hands of craftsmen.
This factory has walls, but there's no ceiling.
Here, my ideas matter.
Join a team where you can use your unique talents to grow both personally and professionally. Apply today at belisiofoods.com/careers. That's BELLISIO foods.com/careers.
Ryan Moore Construction specializes in turnkey construction, room additions, kitchen and bathroom remodels, as well as residential and commercial roofing. They also do silicone and acrylic roof coverings. Call today for a free estimate, 740-418-6140.
Dave's and Son Cleaning Service wants you to.
Abby Barnett steps in there in the bottom of the 5th inning to lead off for the Ironladies, who trail by 1. Let's Abby, we can get Abby on. Swing and a miss on strike 1. Lexi Smith's been tough. Only given up 2 hits so far in the 1 run, and that was the Brenly Smalley home run in inning number 2.
We are watching a pitching duo right now. Both pitchers have been overpowering so far in this contest.
Pitch called strike 2. For what it's worth, a good calling by the umpire, but I believe he is a pitcher's umpire. That one is called outside for ball 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Don't want to be a bearer of bad news, but we are down to our last 9 outs, Pete.
Well, exactly. Actually,
it is getting crunch time.
It is. 2 balls. That one missed. Abby steps out, takes some swings. She did ground out to the shortstop the first time. So she did put the bat on the ball against Lexi. Pitch is outside, didn't miss by much. That's a full
pretty
count.
Close. Ironladies only have 2 hits. Obviously, the Brenly Smalley home run, the other by freshman Allie Ferris.
Mm-hmm. And that's a ground ball off the pitcher's glove and into center field. The shortstop could not come up with it, went under her glove. And so that is a base hit for Abby Barnett, and that is just what we were wanting.
Yes, and she hit it hard.
Get that first runner on and opens up all sorts of possibilities. Let's see what Coach Brandon Stephen wants to do with Allie Ferris. The first time she did single on a looper over the shortstop's head. So let's see if Jackson tries to move along the runner, tries to steal a base, or lets Allie swing away. And that is hit in the air to the right fielder. And the right fielder's got it. Hung up there for the right fielder. They were all converging, and the right fielder took it for out number 1.
Thought for a second it might just find that little spot between second air.
Hit that little home and came, but they hit the force out at second anyway, as of course the runner had to hold it first. So she is 0 for 1, and that is a hard liner but foul down the third baseline. So sophomore Abby Barnett, a leadoff single. Freshman Addie Hickey trying to move things along here for the Ironladies here. 1 out, 1 on. down 1 in the bottom of the 5th inning are the Ironladies, 2-1. There's a fly ball into left field. Left fielder is settling under and got it. Hit the ball pretty good,
Yes,
but
she did.
the left fielder was standing about right where that ball came down for out number 2. There's Aaliyah Barnett, the center fielder. She popped up to the first baseman back in inning number 3. And there's a ground ball. It's fair.
Yes.
And here comes the runner trying to go to third. Is it going to be a throw? No, she slides in there, and the runner Barnett goes into second. So Aaliyah Barnett, a hard grounder just over the third base bag. That goes down as a double. Abby Barnett, sister Abby Barnett, rolls around to third, and Jackson has the tying run at third, the go-ahead run at second, and we go back to the top of the order and Izzy Swisher. So far,
Big.
Lexi Smith has handled Izzy. She struck her out twice.
Big hit by the senior center fielder. Moves her sister all the way over to third base. Opportunity here for Izzy.
Right, she's seen her twice now. Good swing, but foul back into the screen for strike 1. Ironladies with an opportunity now to do something about that 1-run deficit. 2 runners in scoring position at third and second, but 2 are out. And that ball is fouled back again. So 2 foul balls, and that puts Lexi Smith in the driver's seat on the count at least. No balls and 2 strikes. Izzy will have to guard the plate there. Oh, 0-2 pitch coming from Lexi Smith. High ball. That gets away.
Gets away. We got to play at the plate.
Oh, she's out at the plate. Close play there. There isn't a lot of room behind home plate to the screen. The catcher, Marley Jekowitz, was able to pick it up, throw to the pitcher, Smith. Barnett slid in, tried to slid in under, but apparently was tagged, and so the Ironladies.
That's a big play by the pitcher,
right,
there, Pete Wilson. She got the tag, and it was close.
Yeah, that was a pass ball got by Marley there. She's a good catcher too, but she recovered well and threw to Smith to get Abby Barnett at the plate to the third and final out. So a big defensive play by Waverly after the pass ball. No runs. There was 2 base hits. There was no errors, and there was 1 runner left on base. So at the end of 5 innings of play, it's still the Waverly Lady Tigers 2, the Jackson Ironladies 1. You're listening to Jackson Ironladies Softball on the Total Media Sports YouTube channel.
Dave's & Son Cleaning Service wants you to know that there is a simple solution to all your cleaning needs. Call Dave's & Son Cleaning Service at 286-4280. No, really, that's the solution. They don't cut corners, they clean them.
Your 401k is likely one of your most important assets. Edward Jones can help you understand how your retirement assets fit into your entire retirement picture. Contact me, Chad Niddle, your Jackson Edward Jones financial advisor at 740-286-4872.
ERA Martin & Associates is your local connection to buying and selling real estate. They have a team of great agents ready to help you not only find a property, but actually buy it. There are a lot of steps involved in buying or selling real estate, and it's important to work with an agent you trust to guide you through. ERA Martin & Associates, with offices in Jackson and Wellston, wishing all of our local athletes great success.
We go to the top of the 6th inning. Jackson came so close to being able to tie that game, Dan, but the potential tying run thrown out on a close play at the plate after a pass ball. And Ironladies and Serenity Taylor know they have to keep Waverly close, and they've got some of their best hitters coming up here in the 6th inning. Ava Robertson, who's hit the ball hard twice, 1 through 2, leads off, and then Hudnall, who has, of course, that 2 RBI single. That's the difference in the game, batting next. Ava Robertson takes it down low for ball 1. Waverly 2, Jackson 1, top of the 6th. Needn't remind everybody that it's do or die in the tournament. That pitch is hit in the air. The center fielder, Barnett, goes over and she gives her way to Allie Ferris in left field. She was a little closer to it, and she records the out. Robertson got under that one a little bit, and easy play there through Allie Ferris.
Well, now that's a big out because Robertson's outstanding hitter, as is the next batter up, Addie Hudnall. All the damage has been done with their top 4 hitters in the lineup. Their bottom 5 have struggled so far. That's a big first out here in the 6th inning.
Pitch is outside for ball 1 to Hudnall. She has struck out but has that 2-run single in the 3rd inning. That is the difference in the game as we stand right now. Hudnall hits a ground ball in the hole. Eberts gets it, but she really has no chance to get up and throw the ball. Did a good job to field it, but Hudnall gets a 1-out single. That is hit number 5 for Waverly in her 2nd hit.
Willie did a great job diving and backhanding that, but there was no way to get up and make a play to first base. Infield hit for Hudnall. Whitley Brown coming up. She's been called out 2 times today in her first 2 at-bats.
Little pop-up. Smalley's got it easily at second base, and that is a quick out number 2. Dan, that's the first batter
in the bottom 5.
Right, the bottom 5 through 9 that has made an out in the field. Everything else has been a strikeout, and there's no hits, of course, in there either. Here's Joe Colley, as we indicated, a double strikeout victim so far. Takes strike 1 there. So Serenity Taylor and the Ironladies trying to keep it right where it is, just a 1-run deficit, 2-1. We'll have the top of the order up in the bottom of the 6th. Pitch good, stop there by Izzy.
It's a good play by a catcher.
1 ball and 1 strike. I've watched her.
Izzy's such a good player. You hate to call her a backup catcher, but that's what she is with Maddie Wright out tonight. If you're wondering, if you tuned in late, she is sick.
In there for strike 2. I tell you what, if Maddie Wright's on your team, there's going to be a lot of backup catchers around because she's gonna have that job. She's going to Youngstown State University
for a reason.
Pitch is a little bit outside, so it goes to 2-2 to Colley. 2 out, 1 on here, top of the 6th. Waverly 2, Jackson 1. This is the Division IV quarterfinal district tournament softball game. Ground ball by Taylor and into center field. She hit it pretty hard. Taylor put her glove down, but it was hit hard and got by her there. So Joe Colley has the distinction of having the first hit of the bottom part of the Waverly order, and now there's 2 on and 2 out.
Hard hit ground ball goes right over second base, so neither second baseman or shortstop had a play on it.
Kylan Huffman, she has struck out twice.
Don't think they're making any change, are they? Or is there a
I don't know whether
the coach is talking things over with the home plate umpire?
No, Emma Nesser's coming. She's the on-deck hitter, and I think
we're
going to
have a pinch runner.
That's for Addie Hudnall out there. So 2 on and 2 out.
Still up.
Assume maybe a faster runner on at second, perhaps. Pitch to Kylan Huffman is hit in the air. The first baseman Perry's got it in foul territory for the 3rd and final out. So the Ironladies get out of the inning there after 2 got on base. No runs. There was 2 base hits. There was no Jackson errors. A couple runners left on base in the middle of the 6th. We move along. It's still Waverly 2, Jackson 1. You're listening to Jackson Ironladies softball on the Total Media Sports YouTube channel.
A special thanks to Henderson's Western Store for sponsoring our ground camera. Your support helps make all of this possible. Thank you, Henderson's.
Home, it's your sanctuary. It's pajamas at noon and cookies in the oven. It's fingerprints on the wall and heights measured in a doorway. It's the one place in the world that you know better than Visit vcnbfamily.bank for our construction special. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Need a ride for any occasion? Choose Jackson Transportation, serving Jackson County and beyond with safe, reliable, and affordable service since 1995. Call 740-288-2091 and arrive in style.
When life throws you the unexpected, you need someone who knows the law and knows the community. From personal injury to criminal defense, family law to estate planning.
Bottom half of inning number 6, Izzy Swisher comes up. Of course, she was at the plate there when Barnett got thrown out on that pass ball, so she gets to lead off this inning. She takes ball 1. Big inning for the Ironladies because they've got the top of the order up and only 2 more at-bats in a 1-run game. Pitches up high, ball 2.
Like to see Izzy as a base runner, Pete Wilson. We talked about her ability to run the bases, 21 stolen bases on the season to match up with that 340 average over the year.
2-0 pitch to Izzy. That is hit. The catcher, Marley Jekowitz, made a good effort to get that little foul pop up. It wasn't hit very high in the air and couldn't quite get there, thankfully, for the Ironladies. 2 balls and 1 strike. Two-one pitch coming. And that is hit in the air. Is somebody going to have a chance?
I don't think so. The dugout blocked it, but obviously the third baseman was making a effort toward it. It was foul, but she couldn't get there.
Okay, so that is 2 balls and 2 strikes now. So after 2 balls, a couple of foul balls evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. As he has struck out twice, she is putting the bat on the ball now with the foul balls. Let's see if we can straighten one out. Pitch is up high, ball 3. Off-speed pitch.
A little bit of a pressure pitch here for Lexi Smith.
No walks by Smith. That's been part of her success. She hadn't hurt herself that way. And there is a liner over the shortstop's head and in front of left field, and we got what we wanted. A leadoff single by Izzy Swisher. Remember, she runs very well.
And
some good hitters behind her.
Nice piece of hitting there by Izzy, too, waiting to get the pitch she could put her bat on. Hits a line drive right at the feet of the left fielder, and now we've got a very top, outstanding base runner out there. She is the tying run in this contest.
KJ Worsham is a good hitter. Let's see what Brandon Stevens wants to do. He did have a little conference there with KJ before she came up. She has struck out and flied out to center, a good hitter, but will they have her bunting here? Will they have Izzy running?
That's what I was thinking.
Izzy gets a good lead but does not go, and they called strike 1 to KJ. Pitch is a little bit outside for ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. That
Coach
was
Stevens
only
gives a signal down toward first base for Izzy. Just curious to see if we're going to see if she run. You hate to have your tying run thrown out at the bases, but she is so effective on the bases.
And there's a liner, but just foul down the right field line for strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Jackson has 5 hits now, had 2 hits in the second inning, had 2 hits last inning, although they did not score. That was the 5th hit for the Ironladies, so they're starting to reach Lexi Smith a little bit here. Now they need some clutch hits.
KJ reached out, got a good piece of that baseball, but boy, she was trying to root that into fair territory, just a few feet foul.
Pitch is high, ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Smith hasn't walked anybody, but she is going deeper into the counts now.
Yes.
And that ball is hit in the air. The center fielder goes back. She's got it. Worsham hit it pretty good, but the center fielder about almost right at her for out number 1.
Yep. We've had a handful of those tonight, Pete. Hit right at him.
Lily lined out to center and then popped up to the third baseman 0 for 2. Izzy still there at first base with one out. And that ball is hit, popped up. The third baseman should have it and does, and Izzy gets back. That was a big out right there.
A very big out.
And
I'm sure the Waverly dugout has to have a sigh of relief anytime you get Lily Eberts out.
Right. She had a good swing at it, but just got under it, and it's an infield pop-out for out number 2. Lexi Perry has flied out to right and struck out 0 for 2. Good swing, but foul back at the screen. No balls and 1 strike. Brenly Smalley would bat next if Lexi can keep the inning alive. Izzy Swisher did lead off with a single, but now there are 2 outs, and she's still standing over there. Pitch is outside. Izzy's going to try to steal, and does. She's got a really good jump there.
Yes, she did.
And she's at second base, and Coach Brandon Stevens wanted her in scoring position if Lexi can somehow get to the outfield with a base hit.
Lexi bats it over, she bats it over a 350 clip this year.
1 ball and 1 strike.
Sophomore has got better and better at the plate as the season has gone. Second inning in a row, we've had runners in scoring position.
Shortstop and second base playing deep. Outfield also playing deep. If she can get it through the infield, probably she would score with where the outfielders are. Pitch is a little high and inside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Third time through the order here for the Iron Ladies against Lexi Smith. That ball is hit in the air. Second baseman coming over, and she's got it. Out number 3, and Waverly survives that leadoff single by Izzy Switcher. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left on base, unfortunately. We've played 6 innings. We're going to the last roundup in the 7th. It's the Waverly Ladies Tigers 2, the Jackson Iron Ladies 1. You're listening and watching Jackson Iron Ladies Softball on the Total Media Sports YouTube channel.
When life throws you the unexpected, you need someone who knows the law and knows the community. From personal injury to criminal defense, family law to estate planning, John Clark has the experience you can trust. Call today, 740-286-4200, or visit 221 East Main Street in Jackson.
Every home is part of a chapter in your life story. Whether it's your first home, a place in your growing family, or an empty nester cottage, I'm here for you. From my team to yours, go Ironman.
As we honor the spirit of hard work and the American grit that keeps our community strong, Matheny's Hauling and Landscaping is here to help you tackle the tough jobs. When winter hits, count on our fast, dependable snow removal, and don't forget to stop in and look at our wide selection of firewood for sale so your home stays warm all winter long. If you have a storage shed that needs cleaned out, call 740-577.
Well, Pete Wilson, you put the pressure on me. We're at the 7th inning. Iron Ladies down by a score of 2-1. Serenity Taylor pitching a beautiful game. I think, what do we have, 12 strikeouts?
12 strikeouts, yeah. 1
in
walk.
The contest through 6 innings. Can't ask much more there, but Jackson has to find a way to hold Waverly right here and come up with a run, preferably 2 in the bottom of the 7th. Emma Nesser coming up. She has struck out twice in today's ball game. She's not alone with multiple strikeouts. Been a handful in that lineup with 2 strikeouts. But
right, well, you know, you do the math. You figure up there's been 18 outs and 12 of them's been by strikeouts.
Yes. Waverly trying to pull an upset here. The Iron Ladies the number 1 seed in this district bracket.
Well, you know, Waverly had a decent record. They play in a tough conference. Defending champ Wheelersburg is on their schedule twice.
They came in with some motivation as they had to play in the first game in this tournament, and they defeated Greenfield 10-0. There's a pitch over the head of Nesser, so that'll be ball one. There is a fly ball to right field. Abby Barnett makes it look easy once again. She does a beautiful job fielding out there.
Yeah, stayed with that all the way. Kind of a twisting line drive, and she hauled her in for out number one. A big, always big when you get that first out.
Marley Jarowitz has struck out twice, coming up to the plate. Has done a good job as a catcher, though. Big play as the Iron Ladies trying to get with a pass ball, trying to score on that. She's able to get the ball to Lexi Smith, and they get the tag out. That's a huge defensive play of this contest right now. First pitch is a ball. One ball, no strikes, one out. There's a swing and a miss. Count evens at 1-1. Pete, I'm scared to ask, did you hear how the Reds did this afternoon?
The Reds won 15-1.
Oh, boy, they must have been angry after those two losses.
Right, they got ahead 5-0, and that doesn't mean you're going to win necessarily.
No, that was last night.
That was last night.
5-0, and yes.
There
was a swing and a miss, so it's 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out.
That was deflating. Somehow the relief pitching isn't what it used to be in April.
No, it isn't. That's a swing and a miss. Strikeout number 13 in the contest for Serenity Taylor. And our number one nemesis, Lexi Smith, coming up. She is 0 for 2 in the contest, but a big walk in that third inning and ended up coming around to score a run.
Only walk in the whole game by either pitcher, and boy, that's one of the differences, I hate to say.
That pitch a little bit outside, 1 ball. Get an out right here, Serenity, and count on your batters to get you a win. There's a ground ball right up the middle, and that's a base hit. How good a game is Lexi Smith having? It was well hit. Once again, right by Serenity up the middle, just missed second base.
7 hits now for Waverly.
And there's a pinch runner is in the contest. Can't see who it is for Lexi Smith. Let her rest over there. Left-handed hitting Hayden Jones up. She has 2 hits in her 3 at-bats tonight. Has scored a run. Lefty versus lefty. Pitch just a touch outside. There are 2 outs. Swing and a miss. Evens the count, 1-1. Serenity, that one's just a touch high. 2 balls, 1 strike. There is a ball hit to left field, opposite direction. Falls in for a base hit. So once again, there are 2 runners on. That is the 3rd hit in the contest for Hayden Jones. She just stuck her bat out there basically on a pitch that was outside of the plate. She's a left-handed hitter, and it just hit hard enough to get over KJ Warsham's head into left field. 2 on, 2 outs. Very dangerous hitter, Ava Robertson, up in the contest. We got to keep them right here. Robertson, a .400 hitter for the season, has 5 home runs.
1 for 3 this afternoon.
And there is a ball fouled back. Almost the second outstanding catch by one of our fans, but
some of our fans prefer the upper bowl.
It's the best view. We've got a great view up here.
No, it's where we want to be.
That pitch a little bit outside. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, 2 on. 2-1 your Waverly lead. Got to keep the Tigers right here to give the Iron Ladies a chance in the bottom of the 7th. There is a ball hit hard to Lily Ebert. She fields it cleanly, throws it over to first base, gets the critical out there. So the Lady Tigers do get 2 hits, but leave 2 on. After 6.5 innings in this quarterfinal district tournament game, it is the Lady Tigers from Waverly 2, our Jackson Ironladies 1. Critical bottom of the 7th inning coming up, and we'll bring it to you in just 1 minute.
As we honor the spirit of hard work and the American grit that keeps our community strong, Matheny's Hauling and Landscaping is here to help you tackle the tough jobs. When winter hits, count on our fast, dependable snow removal, and don't forget to stop in and look at our wide selection of firewood for sale so your home stays warm all winter long. If you have a storage shed that needs cleaned out, call 740-577-2218 today, and they'll get it done quickly and professionally. This season, choose a locally trusted, veteran-owned and operated team that believes in service, reliability, and pride in every job. Matheny's Hauling and Landscaping, working hard for the red, white, and you.
Start and end your day with McDonald's of Jackson, Wellston, Oak Hill, or MacArthur. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, you're always cooking up something great from your Jackson, Wellston, Oak Hill, or MacArthur McDonald's. And I'm loving it, and you will too.
Are you looking for the perfect power sport vehicle? Well, come visit Pony Power Sport.
Okay, here we go, Dan Morrow.
Okay,
Bottom
Pete,
of number 7.
You're putting the pressure on me. Brindley Smalley leading us off. She's been the hitting star for the Iron Ladies. They have 1 run. It is her home run way back in the 2nd inning now. Let's see if Brindley can become a base runner. That pitch is low and inside. 1 ball, no strikes.
Iron Ladies have reached Smith for 5 hits, but only the 1 run, the Smalley home run. She has not walked anybody. Waverly has not committed any errors.
0 walks is huge. That pitch is inside. 2 balls, no strikes. Iron Ladies got their leadoff runner on base that last inning, but then it was 3 straight flyouts to end the threat. Brindley Smalley having a great sophomore season, and there is a ball hit hard in the gap. Is it off the fence? Brindley hits it so hard off the fence she will settle for a single, but that is huge. The Iron Ladies have the tying run on first base.
I tell you what, she hit that just about where she had her home run, just not quite as far.
About 3 feet lower.
We were trying.
But we will take it. Abby Barnett coming up. Abby singled her last time up. Grounded out to the shortstop in her first appearance. Sophomore Abby Barnett has had an outstanding average, batting near that 350 mark for her season. First pitch was a strike. Brindley Smalley has 18 steals on the season, always something to think about. Now there's a ball hit up in the air and they're going to have a play on it. Pitcher Lexi Smith camps under it and gets the first out of the inning. Allie Ferris coming up. She's 1 for 2 in the contest.
Yes, singled, and she hit the ball to the right fielder. So she's put the bat on the ball both times.
That pitch is high and outside. There goes Brindley. She's attempting a steal, and she is in there. Throw down there, gets away from the second baseman. Brindley was in there easy with a huge stolen base. Folks, we are in the bottom of the 7th inning. The Iron Ladies have 1 out, but the tying run is at second base now. That's the 19th stolen base on the season for Brindley Smalley. That one could be one of the biggest of her career. There is a fly ball to the right fielder, and she charges and is able to make the play. Smalley dives back.
Smalley had gone about a third of the way towards third in case that ball fell in, but she had to hustle back to second, but she saw she needed to get back and was able to do that. So the Iron Ladies stay alive, but they are down to their last out.
Addie Hickey freshman at the plate. Tying run at second base. Right fielder ran a long way to make that, Pete. There's the pitch to Addie, and that's hit up in the air. Second baseman gets under it, and she makes the catch, and the Waverly Tigers have upset our score of 2-1. What a pitching performance tonight by their outstanding player, hitter, and pitcher, Leth. Jackson comes away with Pete Wilson. Would you call this a heartbreaking loss?
Absolutely. Anytime you're in the tournament and, you're on your home field and you're the number 1 seed and you lose by 1 run, in many ways, you played well. It's heartbreaking for sure. That's the right word to use, I think.
And to make it even for the last 2 innings, Iron Ladies got their leadoff hitters on base, and Brinley Smalley, who had an outstanding game, had the home run in the 2nd inning, gets a big hit there in the 7th, gets a stolen base. Tying run was out there on second base, but that's where she ends up. The Iron Ladies hit 2 pop-ups basically, one caught by the right fielder and one caught by the second baseman, and this one is over. So Jackson ends their season, a 20-win season for the 2nd year in a row. 20 wins, 7 losses, but this one is the most painful of them all as their season comes to an end. My heart kind of bleeds for Maddie Wright, our outstanding catcher, very special senior. She is sick tonight, could not play in tonight's game, and that is not the way we wanted her senior career to end. That one hurts. Outstanding pitching performance by another senior, Serenity Taylor. 12 strikeouts, I think, in the contest. Did we have her, Pete?
13, I think.
13 strikeouts in the contest. They're going to go down to defeat by a score of 2-1. Elia Barnett, senior out there in center field, has a big double in the contest, but once again, Iron Ladies go down to defeat by a score of 2-1 in this one. We're going to take it. We will be back. We'll talk with Coach Stevens. He'll be a very dejected head coach of the Jackson Iron Ladies softball program tonight, and that's a sad group of young ladies out there centered around their head coach in left field. But we'll take a timeout. We'll be back with post-game activity here.
Are you looking for the perfect power sport vehicle? Well, come visit Pony Power Sports of Jackson. We're the same great faces you know and love at the same location and with the best selection in the tri-state area. From motorcycles to ATVs to side-by-sides. Pony Power Sports of Jackson has them all. It's where your adventure begins. Get to the pony.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Trust the local pros at Red Apple Realty. They know Jackson and Ohio like the back of their hand, and they want to make your move smooth, simple, and successful. From first homes to forever homes, farms to fixer-uppers, they have the keys to your next chapter. If it's residential, commercial, or you're looking for land, their agents will search statewide for whatever you need. Call Red Apple Realty today at 740-577-3600 or visit redapplerealtyllc.com. Need furniture, appliances, electronics, mattresses? Jackson's Rent to Own has you covered. No credit checks, flexible payment plans, and fast delivery, so you can enjoy what you want when you want it. From big screen TVs to comfy sofas, brand name washers and dryers, and now a great selection of tires to keep you rolling. We make it easy to own the things you love. Come see us today at Jackson's Rent to Own, 427 East Main Street, where you get more for your money and a smile with every deal.
It's time to rent to own.
At Rio, we believe your education should be personal, affordable, and full of possibilities. Here, you're part of a community that supports your success in the classroom and beyond. And now, there's even more to be a part of, with new traditions and new energy taking shape.
I want to invite you to see what's possible when you learn at a place where everyone knows your name and cares about your future. At Rio, it's all about you, your goals, your journey, and your success. And we can't wait to be a part of your story.
It's that time of year again. It's football season. Stop in and see us at the Sherwood-Falks Insurance Agency to learn more about Ohio Mutual. We can help you select the right coverage for your needs. Call us today at 740-286-1708 or visit us on the web at SherwoodInsurance.com.
Virgil Hamilton Nationwide Insurance in Jackson offers tailored coverage for auto, home, renters, business, life, and more. Our friendly team makes insurance simple. Get expert advice and local service you can trust right here in your community.
Are you looking for a reliable title company? Warranty Title Agency is a place you can trust. Whether you're closing on your first home or deed preparation, title exams, and more, Warranty Title Agency's got you covered. Stop by 227 East Main Street, Jackson, or call 740-286-2248.
When your vehicle or semi finds itself stuck on the road, call the rescue team at Angles Garage and Wrecker Service, located at 10992 Chillicothe Pike in Jackson. Call Angles Garage and Wrecker Service at 577-3636. Let's hook up.
Step into the charm of Archinettes, located in a beautiful 1800s colonial-style house at 181 East Main Street in Jackson. Open Tuesday through Saturday with 3 daily off-the-menu lunch and dinner specials. Archinettes prides itself in providing you with a fresh and delicious homemade meal each and every time. Archinettes, where history meets great food.
Good people bring good people.
At Buckeye Construction and Restoration, it's the foundation of our projects and our company. VCR offers competitive salaries, professional development opportunities, and an employee referral bonus program. Visit VCRMCO.com to apply. VCR, preserving our history with the hands of craftsmen.
This factory has walls, but there's no ceiling.
Here, my ideas matter.
Join a team where you can use your unique talents to grow both personally and professionally. Apply today at belisiofoods.com/careers. That's BELLISIO foods.com/careers.
Ryan Moore Construction specializes in turnkey construction, room additions, kitchen and bathroom remodels, as well as residential and commercial roofing. They also do silicone and acrylic roof coverings. Call today for a free estimate, 740-418-6140.
Dave's & Son Cleaning Service wants you to know that there is a simple solution to all your cleaning needs. Call Dave's & Son Cleaning Service at 286-4280. No, really, that's the solution. They don't cut corners, they clean them.
Your 401k is likely one of your most important assets. Edward Jones can help you understand how your retirement assets fit into your entire retirement picture. Contact me, Chad Niddle, your Jackson Edward Jones financial advisor, at 740-286-4872.
ERA Martin & Associates is your local connection to buying and selling real estate. They have a team of great agents ready to help you not only find a property, but actually buy it. There are a lot of steps involved in buying or selling real estate, and it's important to work with an agent you trust to guide you through. ERA Martin & Associates, with offices in Jackson and Wellston, wishing all of our local athletes great success.
Home, it's your sanctuary. It's pajamas at noon and cookies in the oven. It's fingerprints on the wall and heights measured in a doorway. It's the one place in the world that you know better than. Visit VCNBFamily.bank for our construction special. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Need a ride for any occasion? Choose Jackson Transportation, serving Jackson County and beyond with safe, reliable, and affordable service since 1995. Call 740-288-2091 and arrive in style.
When life throws you the unexpected, you need someone who knows the law and knows the community. From personal injury to criminal defense, family law to estate planning, John Clark has the experience you can trust. Call today, 740-286-4200, or visit 221 East Main Street in Jackson.
As we honor the spirit of hard work and the American grit that keeps our community strong, Matheny's Hauling and Landscaping is here to help you tackle the tough jobs. When winter hits, count on our fast, dependable snow removal, and don't forget to stop in and look at our wide selection of firewood for sale so your home stays warm all winter long. If you have a storage shed that needs cleaned out, call 740-577-2218 today, and they'll get it done quickly and professionally. This season, choose a locally trusted, veteran-owned and operated team that believes in service, reliability, and pride in every job. Matheny's Hauling and Landscaping, working hard for the red, white, and you.
Start and end your day with McDonald's of Jackson, Wellston, Oak Hill, or MacArthur. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, you're always cooking up something great from your Jackson, Wellston, Oak Hill, or MacArthur McDonald's. And I'm loving it, and you will too.
Are you looking for the perfect power sport vehicle? Well, come visit Pony Power Sports of Jackson. We're the same great faces you know and love at the same location and with the best selection in the tri-state area. From motorcycles to ATVs to side-by-sides, Pony Power Sports of Jackson has them all. It's where your adventure begins. Get to the pony.
Looking to buy or sell?
I don't know. Has it been?
She was before him.
Yeah, his wife Alex, who still is assistant coach. Okay, Coach Brandon Stevens has joined us, and Coach Stevens, I know it has to be hard to take this loss because you had such a great season, and this was a game that could have gone either way. But at the end of the day, you got to tip your hat to Lexi Smith. She pitched very well, as did Serenity Taylor, and just came up a little short.
Yeah, it's probably, I'm still stunned. It's hard for me to even.
I understand. We appreciate you coming to talk to us.
We really didn't even talk hardly on the outfield. Just, we picked a really horrible day to just continue hitting pop flies. It's something we've worked on in practice just this week. I don't know. I didn't see it from back here. I'll probably go back and maybe I'll watch it. But I don't know what the pitcher was doing that was so special. But we continued to hit pop flies. We didn't do a great job of our pitch selection wasn't the greatest. We were swinging at stuff out of the zone. Never really gave ourselves that big chance. But yeah, tip your caps to them. They got one base hit, one huge hit here. I don't know.
But, as you said, Coach, you had 6 hits. Lexi Smith pitched very well early as far as strikeouts, but then after that you did put the bat on the ball, as you indicated, just couldn't string enough hits together or hit the ball hard enough. Of course, had the out at home plate. It could have been a tying run. Mm-hmm. Had the potential tying runs on in both the 6th and 7th inning, the go-ahead run, I think, in the 6th. But just you couldn't quite get the big hit. But on the other side, I know you're just thinking about the loss, but Serenity Taylor in her final appearance as an Iron Lady, what an outstanding career, holds a hard-hitting Waverly team to 2 runs and strikes out 13.
Yeah, she had a really good game. No walks, I don't think.
Just one.
One walk.
Just one.
One walk. Our game plan going into today is, and what I told her is, we're going to attack. We're going to attack. We'll start nibbling if we have to, but I want them to prove to us that they're better than you. And she had a good game. I don't know what the records are. That's some talk around Jackson. You're trying to figure out what are the softball pitching records, but I could bet the farm she's got them all.
I wouldn't doubt that at all. I would not doubt that at all with what she's done in 4 years here at Jackson High School with the wins and the strikeouts both. But as far on the offensive side, you needed one more hit, but you got a big hit. So we want to talk about that. Your sophomore, Brenley Smalley, moved up to 5 in the order, had to play second base, and she hit her first career long ball.
Yeah, she almost hit 2 of them. She has been pretty hot at the plate, so we move her up naturally. Yesterday wasn't a practice that we anticipated. I was wanting yesterday to be a quick day, everybody get rested, but down Maddie today, unfortunate. We had a long practice. Just trying to get Brenley comfortable over there. I don't know if she even had a ball hit to her, maybe 1 or 2 pop flies, but a ball, trying to get her comfortable. And then Izzy hadn't caught for us much. I know she catches in the summer, but she hasn't caught for us very much. And then we put a freshman in left field. So we had a lot moving around. I think Smalley, she's a player. She's young, right? She's a sophomore. She's very athletic. I think I'll beat myself up later. We should have been running with her earlier, taking pitches and running and bunting. That's for another day, but she's a very good athletic kid, and I think she's just getting better. And she just came on here as late, maybe the last 3 games or so. She started really swinging it pretty well. So, yeah, she started us off with a big fly, and you're kind of hoping, you keep punching, right? Don't let up, and it just seemed like we couldn't get it going.
Right, I just couldn't quite get that last big hit to maybe break through and have enough to win the game. But, one player that wasn't here, we have to mention that because she's such an integral part of your team, Maddie Wright. You said before the game, kind of real bad timing on getting an illness, and I'm sure it has to break her heart that she wasn't here to try to help her team win this game.
Yeah, we have to make decisions based on the kid. We care more about her than this game. But I will say, you look over at her when we're in our huddle out there and your heart just breaks for her because she's the most competitive person. If we would let her, she'd come out here with, 6 fingers and 1 toe out here and try and play. But Just unfortunate for her. Nothing she could do about it. She did everything she could. She got to the doctor as early as she could. She had strep throat. Yeah, I mean, you think of the time these seniors, and this is what I try to tell them out there, this senior class, I know it hurts right now, and it does me too, and they're stunned, and I am too, but this senior class has kind of paved the way for what's to come.
Right. Well, Maddie
and
Wright.
She's right in the middle of it.
Yeah, Maddie Wright, Serenity Taylor, and, of course, Aaliyah Barnett out there in center field, all key players for you. Three seniors. I know you want to tip your hat to them because, they put you over the top as far as being a championship team, a 20-win team, and talk about, the foundation that they've helped to build because there's a lot of players coming back and maybe some good young players also joining the roster next year, moving up from the junior high.
Yeah. A lot of our girls look up to those three, as they should. Those girls, they don't miss practice. They don't whine and complain. I don't hear from them about goofy stuff. They're here to play, and kind of set that foundation. Missing practice, okay, just because you're not feeling well, that's not okay. They pave that, right? We can try to set the precedents, but they have to buy in. Those three seniors, I mean, I can't say enough about how much we really appreciate those three.
I know you're not thinking about this now, but you will as you reflect back. What a season. 20 wins, 7 losses. Anytime you get 20 wins in high school baseball or softball, that is a benchmark for sure. You win the FAC championship along with Chillicothe, which is another thing you always want to do. And so with the players you had, you gotta figure that is an outstanding season, and that's what will go in the books.
Yeah, I think very good year. We played a good schedule this year. Could we have cupcaked that schedule around? Maybe won 24, 25 games probably, but we wanted to challenge these girls and to win the FAC title. Check. I don't want to leave here without saying, it's me, Alex, Rob, and Tommy, and they're a good staff.
Right.
That's a good staff.
Absolutely. It takes a team and the coaches and like that. And I know you would like to have hit a little bit better. You had too many and like that. Couldn't get the big hit, but still, you didn't lose the game because of a bunch of mistakes or pitching or errors like that. The players that had to play different positions because of his illness, Izzy catching, Allie Ferris coming in, got a hit in left field, and of course Smalley moving to second base and having the home run. Everybody did what they were supposed to. So you can't complain about that.
Truthfully, they did. I think I'll settle back on this. This one stings because of how good we are. I think we'll settle back on this, and truthfully, I think I'll take the loss. I think there's different things that I should have been doing over there, trying to create a little chaos. Those girls did everything we asked them to do. They bought in. I think they were trying their best. Just because
always.
the outcome doesn't happen, it doesn't mean you're not trying. I think they're trying their best. I don't know. I don't know what she was throwing, and for some reason we just couldn't quite square it up.
She was speed some
a
little bit.
And she was pretty good at working in and out of the zone. She wasn't right down the middle. She was a little effectively wild.
Well, a couple of those innings where you had 2 runners on base, if you have a walk thrown in there, but she didn't have any walks.
She didn't walk anybody?
Not a single.
Yeah.
Had some 3-ball counts, but that's it.
Our girls aren't great at walking.
Okay, yeah, I know
they
want to get up there and swing the bat. But, Brandon, we certainly do appreciate you to talk to us. It's been such a fun thing for Dan and I to cover this team. It is one of the loosest, happiest, carefree groups, and they were loose before the game. They have a good time playing, and that is a good signal for the future because I think they really love this sport, and I think they like winning a lot too.
They do, and even this game early on, I asked the girls, don't panic. Don't start panic. It's not time to panic, right? And I think that was kind of the feel out of the dugout is we're not going to panic. We're eventually going to hit our way out of this and just ran out of outs.
All right. Well, Coach Stevens,
thank
you very much. Dan and I have very much enjoyed it. So once again here, the Jackson Ironladies lose in the final of the district semifinal game, or district quarterfinal game against the Waverly Lady Tigers. It's really great to hear from Coach Brandon Stevens. You know he's hurt too, but he still came up here to talk to us. And like I said, or like he said, didn't get the big hit that we needed, but really they didn't lose the game. Waverly credit for winning the game. And that job by Lexi Smith out there. She got some big outs at big times.
Oh, and scored a run, got a hit, got a walk.
Nobody dropped the ball out there. They had a couple tough plays.
You're right.
They didn't make the mistake that maybe would have helped Jackson get over the top.
Saddest thing, we have to say goodbye to 3 outstanding seniors, Wilson, but my gosh, the future is bright for Jackson Ironladies softball.
Right. When you only have 3 seniors and, you got a roster of 12 or 15 players, whatever, and I do know, I've always heard that there's some good 8th graders that'll come up. There'll be 9th graders next year. It sounds like the future is bright as well.
Oh, very bright. We're going to be very exciting. Just this year just ended a little too early.
Right, absolutely. All right, well, Dan Morrow, thanks for being with me this year. We got Corbin next to us, did a great job on the board, keeping things going straight, and we
now,
appreciate
that's just for softball, but we are right back at it next Wednesday.
Right.
Jackson baseball will play at home. They have earned that home field advantage on Wednesday night. Marietta will come to town, and it'll be a great night for people to get out there and cheer those Ironmen on. But if you can't, we will bring it to you.
But this does close the book on the Jackson Ironladies softball season. 20-7 record. Coach in the Frontier Athletic Conference can't complain about what they did looking at the whole picture. So for all of our crew here, this is Pete Wilson signing off. This has been Jackson Ironladies softball. Once again, the final score, the Waverly Lady Tigers 2, the Jackson Ironladies 1. Good evening, everybody.